today.
And we are underway from Houston. Fielded just outside the goal line. And he'll be stopped up at the 25. So out come the Texans for their opening drive. At a glance at the man under center at 6'5", he always demands attention.
It's a pretty bland game he had last time out. Ended up throwing one interception. Didn't have a touchdown to offset it. But the team found a way to win. He found a way to lean on other parts of the offense that carried them through.
And he'll get this up just shy of the 30. And here, Charles, is a look at the inactive, some of the guys that are out today due to injury.
Yeah, and this is where the preseason work comes into play for some of those backups. It's not just them getting some experience on the field, but preparing each week in practice as if they were going to play. And when you have guys like that on your team, you've got a chance for success when the injury bug hits.
Got a man over the middle, and it's complete. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. Give him 32 on the play. All right, Charles, let me put you in the head of one of those defenders out there. You have a big play like that go against you so early. What does that shake your confidence?
It shouldn't, but it often does, because your thought process all during the week is how you're going to get after that offense and make your plays. And when they make one against you, it makes you a little bit hesitant.
Time to regroup. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's second down. Looking to throw. Stark. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And they're going to move it down to inside the 25. The Texans at 2-3 here to begin the new season. They were winners their last time out, so they'll be looking to make it 2 in a row.
And so much about football, partner, comes down to mindset. Being in the right frame of mind, and the best way to get in that good frame of mind, winning. So they come in feeling good. They've got the home crowd behind them. I think they're going to be tough to beat in this one.
A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves them with a 2nd and 3. Operating from the gun. Stark to the end zone, but it's incomplete.
They are such a talented team at defending the perimeter and taking away throws to the outside. Great confidence, great skill.
7th play of the drive now as they come up on a 3rd and 3.
Check 56. Hey, defense, let's go. Pick it up, D. Tighten up, tighten up, tighten up. Cowboy 80. Mike 56, Mike 56. I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you.
Back to throw. Stark, nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And this is picked up by the Saints. And they're going to set up shop at the 20. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. From the 6. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. They had the fumble on the last drive, wound up leading to the opening touchdown. Now they'll try again here, 1st and 10. A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29. Now after the play, it looks like there's a Texan here slow to get up. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Looking to throw. Stark. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And this play comes to a halt at the 33, and obviously that's well short of the 1st down. The Texans send the punter out as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. This is taken at the 15. It's a 4-yard return following a punt of 49. And the same. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This one fielded at the 5. And out a little across the 25 to the 27. Out comes the Houston offense as they get set to take over here. Still in the first half, but this offense has struggled. Haven't really been able to get anything going, not only in the points category, but in the yards category. Let's see if they can do better here on this drive. So that time they got the left guard with a hold.
And let's face it, in today's ball, you might have that 330-pound guy you're supposed to clear out of there. You might need a little bit of extra help by grabbing the jersey and trying to ride him out.
Switch it, switch it, switch it, yeah, switch it. 19, Tiger, 19, Tiger. 56 is Mike. 56 is the Mike. You don't want none of that. Give me that. Pick up the ball.
Back to throw. Stark. And this turns into a nice gain with a slide at the end. I guess no need to force it when you can do that instead. First down, 18-yard gain. $10-0 the score after one on EA Sports. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. He rifles one that's intercepted. 20. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. Now a timeout here, at least for the moment. Looks like one of the Saints is injured, shaken up on that last play. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. Throwing after the interception. Stark. And he lost the football. And they have the football and will take over at the 24-yard line. So holding on the offense, they go ahead and decline the penalty. And so they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This fielded right at the goal line. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. Houston set to take over. Well, CD, you kind of feel like they're in a bit of a danger zone right here because now you're down 3 scores. And I know we're in the first half, but the way this offense hasn't been able to generate anything, you feel like they probably need to get something going on this drive, right?
Yeah, and sometimes I overuse that this is an important possession. But I think this has to be the possession where they come up with an answer because only a few teams in league history have ever come back from a 4-score deficit. And if they don't score here, that's what they could be facing the next time they get the ball.
And he's got this almost to the 40 before going out. I know it's an emotional game, Charles. You can't do that.
And when you get into your film sessions and you argue your case with your coaches, that's exactly what they say at the end. You just can't do it. It costs your team.
Mike, go on, D. 56, Mike, 56, right there, 56.
Throwing on first down. Stark. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. Now a timeout here, at least for the moment. Looks like one of the Saints is injured, shaken up on that last play. While they come out and take a look at him, we will step aside for just a moment. Looking to throw on second down. Stark, he finds his man, complete. It's Rose. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. Good work after the catch, going to net him 23 and a first.
And I don't think there's any question that this offense is going to need to hit on a few more plays like this. It's been a difficult first half for them, to say the least. And I do believe if they want to get back in this game, they need to start right now. It's kind of like making adjustments. If you try and wait until the half, it's probably too late. They need to get going right here.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
They stopped after only a yard, taking it down to the 14.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough in run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carrier.
It's a gain of 4 there, and it gives him a new set of downs. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Over the middle, complete. That's Rose. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play, and it's second down.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
Push him back. 56 and
Off play action. Stark. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Really good coverage all over the field, and it took away his intended read and almost dared him to try for his guy out of the backfield. No surprise on that one. It doesn't connect.
They'll break the huddle and come up on the 9th play of this drive, needing 5 yards on 3rd down. This is caught. Touchdown. A great play there. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Texans get a bit closer.
As they began this last drive, things weren't exactly looking up for this offense. But after what they just did, putting the ball in the end zone, that took them away from the brink of possibly.
The ball upright on the tee, and the Saints kick team booms it away. Fielded just outside the goal line. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. And this not an easy situation. You're down early, in the elements, you're on the road. How do you get the mojo back?
Well, one thing is to remember that as an offensive player, you have a much better idea of what you're trying to accomplish and where you're trying to go than the defender. So in this case, because you know it, you can make your cuts with a little more decisiveness, maybe a second fake, some double moves, things of that nature, to go ahead and try and put some pressure on the defense.
Looking to throw. Stark. He finds his man, complete. That's Lucas. They're going to need to get up and set in a hurry. To throw on second down. Stark. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 1st and 10 here, and you know, if they could just get 3 out of this, there's something about narrowing it to a 2-score game at half that makes it feel like much less of an obstacle. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Operating from the gun. Stark. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
Early on, the running game's been working well, and the offensive line has been pleased by that. The thought process there, catch those safeties creeping up, trying to help against the running game. They tried to hit him over the top unsuccessfully.
And he'll be tackled on the other side of mid. Field at the 46-yard line.
Now that's the kind of big play you'd like to see. This first half, it hasn't gone their way, and they could use a shot in the arm, something to perk them up a bit. And they get one here in the passing game.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. Well, the incompletion, yes, but maybe here not the worst thing in the world?
No, not on 1st and 10. It actually gives them a chance to regroup, relax just a little bit. They huddle up, talk it over. Then they get a chance to continue their drive.
They run up the middle with Bush. And a good push up front, and he's able to navigate his way down inside the 30. Now the Texans will use one of their 2 remaining timeouts, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half. On first down, Stark. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And they're going to get this down inside the 20. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll leave them with a second and just a few inches left. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. And the 12-year veteran knocks it right through, and that will do it for this first half. Well, we'll move right through the break then, skipping halftime. The ball upright on the tee, and the Saints kick team booms it away. This one fielded at the 5. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going.
Here we go, D. All day, defense, all day.
They'll start on the ground with Bush. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
So give him 2 yards there on the completion, and it brings up 3rd and 5 now.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran it a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line, but once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
They call his number again. It's his 6th catch and a first down. Operating from the gun, Stark. He's going to loft this one deep left sideline. And that is incomplete.
And those two just haven't been in sync thus far. They've done a nice job against him, but still, with his talent, you would expect them to have more completions to him in this game.
And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
That was a really nice run there to bring up 3rd and short. After the incompletion on first down, it's awfully nice to have a running back that you can hand it to and put you back in a good situation.
Well, they nearly sprung him that time as he takes this all the way down to the 37. A little costly there. You wipe out the first down. You also move further back.
No doubt about it. So you went from moving the sticks to them staying in the same spot, except for that one guy carrying the yard marker. He moves back farther.
Now a play fake here on first down. Rolling to his right. He finds his man, complete. That's Rose. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. The catch and run pays off for 29 yards.
It's taken a while for this offense to get going. A little creaky at the start, but they're oiled up now. A nice throw there, and they're really putting together a good drive.
And just a couple yards there down to the 17.
Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, they've got to pay it off with some points.
Looking to throw on second down. Stark. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. Touchdown, Texans. A great effort there with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Texans are able to make some inroads here to that deficit. So a very important first drive of the third quarter, Charles, and safe to say, a much-needed touchdown.
Which leads to the question, where was this in the first half? Because if they'd had a few more drives like that, they wouldn't be in this situation. But that is the kind of drive that sends a message to the other side. We're going to be here, and we're going to battle you to the end.
They'll try and throw for it. And now another turnover as this one's intercepted.
It's interesting that
out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Fielded just outside the goal line. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
Now a nice throw here right side. He hauls it in. He'll get it inside the 20. Touchdown, Houston. A big play there. His second touchdown of the game, his third on the year. And the Texans have got it back to a 2-score game here in the fourth.
Well, if you've got him in your fantasy league, you like his production, his second touchdown of the game. But right now, his team is trailing. Fortunately, he's playing pretty well and trying to keep him in it.
Yeah, they might need a little more from him here.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if they continue to call his number. Right now, he needs his defense to step up and give him a chance.
Here comes the Saints punter now as he's on here to punt it away. They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. Taken from just outside the 30. And he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line. A good kick that time, but also a pretty good 15-yard return. And the Texans will take over with a 1st and 10. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. Now 3rd down is looming, a pickup of 2 on 1st down and just 1 yard there.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
And he is going to have a Texans 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. And in a 2-score game, obviously, every play, every 3rd down, like we saw there, magnified, big pickup.
It was a huge pickup. What they really want, though, is to not even get to 3rd down. They've got to maximize time and conserve as much as possible.
And he's going to be marked down just inside the 35. They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of until they stop him,
why not go back to him? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's made at the Saints' 20-yard line. Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. And this is caught at the 8. And the Texans are going to have a first and goal as he's taken down at about the 8-yard line. On the delay, it's Bush. They'll get this halfway home from the 8 to the 4 on a gain of 4.
It's largely been the air attack that's gotten them down here, but now's where you start to lean on that running game. That's a good pickup there on first and goal.
They'll try again, and he gets into the end zone. Touchdown, Houston. A great play there. His second rushing touchdown on the year. And the Texans have made it a one-score game again here in the fourth. That almost looked too easy, and I think thanks goes to the offensive line for making it look easy.
Yeah, I agree with you totally on that one. I'm not sure how much everyone understands the preparations that go into a game for an offensive line, because there's a reason that running backs and quarterbacks give them big gifts at the end of a season after a big year. The consistency and the continuity it takes to know each other and execute their blocks is pretty impressive.
Here comes the Saints punter now, as he'll kick it away for the second time. 44 on his first punt, and this is a good kick as well. So holding there on the return, and that'll back him up to start the next drive.
Yeah, that's a pretty easy call right there, partner. I think when the officials look in their manual and see the expression jersey getting pulled, that's a flag coming out every time.
And throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. They don't get the hook up there, but you really have to marvel at how precise he's been throwing the football these last couple weeks.
Oh, that's the perfect word for it, precise, because if you're at 70% or better 2 weeks in a row, you have a job as long as you want one in this league, won't you? I mean, let's face it, it's not just West Coast offense either. He's putting the ball downfield as well.
And he's out of bounds, able to take this one up to the 35. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. On 3rd down, Garland. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. I'll tell you, far from ideal conditions to play in, but neither offense has had much trouble. Plenty of points to go around. 1st and 10. Now he's flushed out right, and he just gets rid of it. Throws it away. A wise move there. Looked like nobody open. Now 2nd down.
Oh, that's good decision-making right there. Understood down and distance. Knew it wasn't 3rd down, and he still had another opportunity to earn the 1st down. Good job throwing it away and avoiding an interception.
And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down.
So much about defending the pass is being able to be right there the moment the ball gets to the receiver, and he was right in his hip pocket, helping force that incompletion.
On 3rd down, Stark. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo. On 1st down, Garland looking for a seam but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. A quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete.
But based on the play we just saw there, he might not be the guy you want to challenge in coverage on these all-important snaps. He certainly looks dialed in right now.
To throw on 3rd down, Stark. And he fires one, but incomplete.
I think it's safe to say that he's made some questionable decisions out there so far. Forced some throws into tight coverage. He's already been picked off in this game. 4th down now, but he was fortunate on that one not to have another turnover on his ledger.
And he has got it from 55 yards away. That was never in doubt. And that will bring the deficit back down to 3. Here comes the Saints punter now, as he'll punt it away for the second time. And we'll see what he can do on the return. A very nice punt that time, but they get 11 back on the return. And the Texans will take over. And now out comes Houston. Their defense accomplished step one of the mission. They forced the punt. Now they'll look to erase that deficit and take a fourth quarter lead. Good starting field position for the Houston Texans here as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 42. And the drive starts with a completion left side. And they're going to hurry back to the line now. To throw on second down. Stark. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Rose. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down. The start for them near flawless. Defense gets them a 3 and out. 2 quick pass connections on offense.
So that's how a team works together. Just what you described. Get them the ball, give them a little momentum, and they're capitalizing off of that. Thanks a lot, guys.
Escaping the pressure right. And he finds a man on the crossing route. 16 yards on that one, and also a Texan first down. 3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the fourth. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Bush trying the middle. And he stopped right at the 25 after a gain of 5. It's hurry-up mode time for the Texans, hustling up to the line. Back to throw. He finds his man, complete. That's Lucas. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's made at the Saints' 15-yard line. They'll look to throw. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Lucas. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. Six yards left on second down.
Here we go, D, get off the field. 56, Mike, 56, right there, 56. He's tired of me. He's tired of us. Slam, slam, slam.
Oh, they're going to run a little pop pass here. And he'll take this one inside the 10, down to the 8. A nice play design there with the touch pass. Looked good at the start, but bottom line, the defense was ready.
And they did a nice job scouting, didn't they? Not just scouting, but now executing once they saw the play for real after having worked on it all week in practice. They drilled on the play, then they drilled him.
This will be the 8th play of the drive here. 3rd and 4. Back to throw. That is caught at the 7-yard line. And he appears to be about 2 feet short on 3rd and 3. Leaves him with a 4th and 1. Now the Texans will use one of their 2 remaining timeouts as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this fourth quarter. Here's Bush on 4th down. And he won't have the touchdown, but he will have the first down as he's tackled at the 2. Now the offense will burn their 3rd and final timeout. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. 1st and goal, Bush. He takes it across for the touchdown, and they've taken the lead late in the final minute of the 4th.
Wow, wow.
So the second half comeback is now complete. They have battled from behind, taken the lead, and CD now they just need their defense to stand up here and secure the victory.
And remember, they were trailing by double digits, fought their way back into this one. Now we find out the true definition of a team, don't we? Because one side of the ball just did its job. Now it's time for the other one to take over. Don't let them drive downfield and get the deciding score in what time remains.
Well, what a thrilling fourth quarter this one was. Well, at least I guess if you're cheering for the winning side, an outstanding comeback, though, that saw them completely take control and change the outcome of this game.
Yeah, I'm not sure how many of us saw that coming, the way that they were playing and having the lead after 3 quarters. A little bit of a stunning ending because it wasn't just a one-touchdown swing. It was a multiple touchdown swing for them to end up losing that ball game. Give credit where credit is due. They came off the pace and got it done.
So for the Texans, they climb back to 500 now at 3 up and 3 down. And they'll hit the road next week to take on the Baltimore Ravens. Meanwhile, for New Orleans, the loss here will move them back to 500 at 3 and 3. And they'll get a home date next week against the Detroit Lions. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Alongside Charles Davis, we thank the Ravens send their punter out now. As the first drive of the game stalls out, he's on to punt. He punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. A punt of 46, a return of 5. And the Texans are going to have the football with a 1st and 10 deep in their own territory. So out comes the offense now with a long field ahead of them. And they'll be led out by a guy who has a couple years under his belt in the NFL, their 3rd-year quarterback.
I love today's NFL because it is high-flying, big-time action, some risk involved. But how about him eliminating all that last week? 3 touchdown passes, incredible yardage.
Yeah, almost 400.
Big-time game.
They'll start on the ground here on 1st down. And he'll be taken down at the 18. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Charles, we see some of the injuries that have popped up for this franchise, and obviously hoping to get these guys back on the field in a hurry.
Brandon, I'm going to go ahead and age myself, but I'm going to ask you, when you were in high school and there were injuries, did you hear next man up from your coaches?
Well, you hear it every week now in the NFL, that's for sure.
You know, back when I played when dinosaurs roamed the earth, you didn't hear next man up. You heard, oh, no, we've got to put in Davis.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Now a give right side. Garland. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. They'll keep it on the ground. Garland, and he'll be upended at the 33 following a gain of 3. And guess what? It brings up 3rd down.
Sometimes your philosophies get challenged at times you don't want them to. They did try to stick to the running game on the first 2 plays. Didn't amount to much.
And now facing a 3rd and long at the outset of this drive. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. A fresh set of downs on a gain of 13 there for the Texans.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice 1st down. Drive keeps moving.
The Texans at 500, 3-3 through the season's first 6 weeks. And they come in feeling pretty good after back-to-back victories, CD.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield after a gain of about 4. So it's 3rd and 6, and this will be the 8th play of the drive. He finds his man. And now the ball's out. Fumble near midfield. And it's picked up by the Ravens. And his guys are going to get the football at their own 47-yard line.
This drive.
And now, as with every potential turnover, they're going to take a second look at this just to make sure. Now the question, was the knee in fact down before this ball comes loose? And is the video convincing enough to overturn it?
A lot of factors here. Remember, you also need clear possession.
So that one overturned. They say the knee was down, and that will not be ruled a fumble.
On 4th down, Stark. Firing quickly here, and that's complete.
And they're going to work this down to about the 32-yard line. So they convert on 4th, and now from just outside the 30, here's 1st and 10.
Throwing left side, it's complete. Touchdown! A great effort there. His 4th touchdown on the year.
And the Texans will claim the early lead as they're on the board first here tonight. They said that they wanted to get him involved early, and what a way to cap their opening drive, Charles. We know he's one of the fastest receivers in the NFL, and he showcased it on that play.
And when you have a guy...
They'll start this drive out on the ground. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the 1st down run. He gets maybe 3.
And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. So as the medical staff takes a look, we'll step aside. And he'll get about 3 up past the 25.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
And he is going to have a Texans 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
They give to Bush going right. And that one goes for about 6 as he's taken down just shy of the 45. We take a look at his numbers on the ground last week. Pretty good as he found himself in the end zone on 2 separate occasions.
And those are the most important numbers, because no matter what you pile up prior to the goal line, getting in is all that matters. Putting those numbers up on the board, and they love them when they're 6s.
It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Well, you've got a receiver here who's got one touchdown already in this first quarter, and they were trying to double his pleasure there, wanting to continue to go to the guys already gotten into the end zone. But good coverage to make sure that this time it fell incomplete.
And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on third down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to.
He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. And great special teams work here. This is knocking on the door of the 5. They'll spot it at the 6-yard line. The Ravens send their punter out now, standing about a yard deep in his own end zone. And he's getting a workout here in this first quarter as he gets it away. And taken right at the 35. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. A pretty good return, all things considered, but holding.
I agree with you totally. It was actually a return that they were going to be very proud of. But when you end up holding and bringing it back, now your offense has to start a little bit deeper in their own territory.
And this defense able to plug him up there as he'll get a yard to the 35. After 7-0 on EA Sports. They'll go again with Bush. And he'll get this up to about the 38-yard line. Only gets 3 yards there on the heels of the 1-yard pickup. Sets up 3rd and 6. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. On 3rd down, Stark. And he fires one that's intercepted. And the Ravens are going to take possession of the football. So this... The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This will be fielded inside the 5. Oh, a good-looking return set up here. And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. They are riding a 2-game winning streak into this Thursday nighter. How easy is it when you're on a roll to stay on a roll given the quick turnaround?
Well, you would think it'd be pretty easy because everyone's locked in practice and meetings because everyone feels good about themselves. And for coaches, this is where they have to tell themselves, don't add too much. Don't worry about game plans as much as players. So look at your play sheet and think, give it to the guys who play best and don't worry about the rest of it.
Here's a throw out wide complete to his running back right side. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
Good reactions there defensively. That screen was a little slow in developing, and they shut that one down with little gain.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Stark.
And this a leaping effort, but it's knocked away and incomplete.
The Texans on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This will be a tough 3rd and 18. And the Raven pressure too much. Down he goes. It's a loss of 10 on the sack, and it leads to 4th. The Texans send the punter out as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Ooh, with a juke. That's going to go in the books as a 55-yard punt. Well done. And they'll send out their punter now as he's on to punt for Baltimore. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. It's a 41-yard punt, but just a net of 31 following the run back. And that will come the offense as they take over. So here are the Texans to take over. They've won 2 straight, and they lead this one as well as they come up on 1st and 10. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. off the play fake. Stark. Over the middle, complete. It's Rose. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. A gain there of 30 big ones. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Now a handoff up the middle. Garland. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, got to like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a first down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down. Off play action. Stark.
Oh, that's into a double team, and it's intercepted. And the Ravens are going to take possession of the football.
I tell you. They'll start out here with a jet sweep. And not much there at all. He's up only to about the 16-yard line. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Two minutes to play in this first half. 7-3, our score. Still 9 remaining on 2nd down. On the run, it's Bush. And he goes across the 20 to the 22.
41 yards on the ground for him so far.
It's not a huge breakaway run, but if your starting running back finishes the game with averages of 5 or 6 yards per touch, you'll take that every single time.
From the gun on 3rd down, Stark. Looking left side, he's got it, complete.
And he is going to have a Texans 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
This is Bush.
The time called here because a member of the Texans is in some discomfort. The medical staff will attend to him, and we will step aside.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Back to throw. Stark. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
I usually hesitate when I say a guy's got world-class speed, but this guy might. So let's fire the starter's pistol. Let's go. If you've got him, you've got to try and use him. A lot of anticipation with the ball in the air, but no, incomplete.
Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. The Texans send the punter out as he'll come on to kick this one away. And a nice job here to down this one right on the 5-yard line.
That punt was near perfection.
It's the Texans in front, and they're going to get the football first as we are back underway in the 3rd quarter. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Texans getting ready to go here to begin the 3rd quarter. And, Charles, they've got the lead. I would imagine the overall halftime tone was a positive one, but what do you think the talking points were in the locker room?
Well, if there were 3 talking points at the half, partner, all of them were about turnovers because they were pretty loose with the ball. Otherwise, this lead could be even bigger. Now, I don't think that they overly harped on it, but I think they told them, guys, if you want to keep calling those plays that are exciting, you've got to take care of the ball. Otherwise, we may have to dial things back a little bit.
3 tight ends in the ball game here on 1st and 10.
Bush on the toss. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 45.
And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. Well, now they're going to come out and take a look at this injury, and we'll be back in a moment. The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. He finds his man, complete. It's Lucas. And they're going to get this to about the 44-yard line. So that one a hold, right guard.
And you understand why offensive and defensive linemen probably go to martial arts schools and work on their hands so often, because that can be the make or break difference on a play. This time he had to grab a jersey in order to make the play happen. Got caught for the penalty.
To throw on 2nd down, Stark. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. So just 3 yards on the completion there. And that's going to lead to a 3rd and 11.
We're backed up here. Tough spot, needing 11 yards to pick up the first.
To throw on 3rd down, Stark. Flush to his right. And that will be incomplete. So it would appear they will not be able to add to their lead on this opening drive of the second half.
Yeah, if another touchdown was scored there, now we're talking about a 2-score game, and they're probably on their way of creating an excellent gap between them and their pursuers. But how about the defense there, able to step up and keep themselves.
They'll start on the ground here on 1st down. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
That flag accepted, and it backs the offense up a little bit.
And movement here by one of the Texans up front. In comes the flag. Maybe anticipating a blitz, and they jumped.
Yeah, and if we saw it, you know that they saw it. The bad guys might have been coming on that play. Had to pick them up, and they jumped.
Looking to throw. Stark.
And this nearly an interception, but it's incomplete. Well, a turnover really would have helped him there, but not to be.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Stark. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with them.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass. And he will take this up to about the 8-yard line. Just a 1-yard pickup there, and it'll be 4th down. The Texans send the punter out. He's been terrific so far. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. A beautiful fake. 49-yard punt, 5 on the return.
And it will be 1st and...
They'll start this drive out on the ground.
And space tough to come by there, as he'll get maybe a yard to the 37.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
Off the play fake. Stark. And he goes down. The Ravens able to get to him. Call it a loss of 5, a big sack to bring up 3rd down.
Going to need a crafty play call here. 14 yards is what they need to try to convert this thing.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Eluding the pressure right. On the run, he'll let it go deep, right sideline. And that is incomplete. The Texans send the punter out as he'll come on to kick for a 6th time tonight. So possession goes over here on the punt.
And they will take.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
This will be fielded inside the 5. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26.
Out comes a Houston offense as they get set to take over here.
And they will be looking to answer the touchdown their defense just surrendered. Still a good chunk of time remaining here in the 4th quarter and a chance to regain the lead in a tight one.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 16 yards right off the bat and a 1st down.
And that's not a play that you see all that often at the start of a drive, but some teams, they don't mind doing it. And that one, well sold by the offensive lineman. They showed the pass, and then they got out into space, able to get some good blocks downfield and allow the play to be successful.
Throwing left side here, and it's complete.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work this to the 45.
Those are the kinds of plays right there that show you why he's the number 3 man in the NFL in terms of receiving yards.
Also tells you there's a full combination of what he's got going in his game. You name it, from route running to catching the football. That's why he's able to produce those types of numbers.
This drive starts with 2 steps forward and now 1 back. A pair of 1st downs, and here a loss of yardage. So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on 2nd down and 11. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And this is caught inside the 5. And they're into the end zone, but it's not verified yet. Hold on, there is a flag down. Late game, that hurts. Take the touchdown off the board.
No doubt about it, and this is where you make a great movie scene, right? Go in, rally the team. Okay, we lost points there. Let's get it back and go out and score again. Can he get it done?
Now this throw caught left side, and he's going to be taken down with the 1st down at the Ravens 30. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
And here we are in the 4th quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there, not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
Give him 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. Operating from the gun, Stark. Throwing middle, and it's complete.
And he's going to be brought down at about the 16.
Umpire threw the flag, usually always indicates holding, and that's what we've got.
And you know, depending on their positioning, where you are on the field, the umpire's got different responsibilities, but always, always making sure no one's holding.
To throw on 2nd down, Stark. And incomplete on the deep ball.
One thing you hope to see out of a rookie tight end is a real concentration when the ball's in the air, and I'm not sure that he didn't, but he has to be prepared for people making a play on it when that ball's up for grabs.
Set the tone, defense, let's go. Hey, check 24, check 24. 51's Mike. Mike 51. All day, baby.
Throwing on 3rd and long. Stark. Throw left side complete. That's Bush.
And they're going to get this down near the 35-yard line.
So here we go. Maybe the biggest kick of the game forthcoming. From the left hash, this will be a 52-yard attempt. And the 12-year veteran knocks it right through. And in the fourth quarter, this game is tied. So. Here's the kick unit now for the Ravens as they'll send this one away.
This one fielded at the 5. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. Last time out, you remember their drive stalled, but thanks to their kicker, booted a long field goal to at least get them 3. Now here they'll try to do better and find the end zone.
And in our experience, how much fun is it for coaches to know that they've got a kicker who can nail it from long distance? Now, the hard part is, as an offensive play caller, you don't want that in your head too much where you're relying on it, and he goes out and gets the job done for them. But I'm quite sure he would be content to just kick extra points from here on out.
Yeah, absolutely no question. I think his teammates would be okay with him just kicking the extra points as well.
They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty. He's back to throw. And he comes back with one complete. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field.
An unfortunate time for the penalty there. That cancels out a positive play from this offense.
Well, not to sound too trite or too accepting, but you and I both know it happens. You got to accept it and move on. Yardage, you got to get back. Focus on the next play and move on.
He'll look to throw. And he's got his big tight end here. A gain of 8 there on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. He finds his man, complete. It's Lucas.
And he's going to get some of that yardage back. Still doesn't have a 1st down, but he does get out of bounds to stop the clock. That's on the tackle, Penei Sewell.
They'll come up now on a 2nd and long after the hold.
It's just me and you. It's just me and you. Bang, 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 bang. Heavy on the edges, heavy on the edges.
Operating from the gun. Stark. And a quick throw here, that's complete. Now the Texans will use one of their 2 remaining timeouts as they stop it with 22 ticks to go in the 4th. The Ravens bring out an extra defensive back here on 3rd. Back to throw. Stark.
Strip that ball.
He's got his man on the crossing route.
And he's brought down. They took a big shot there. It pays off. A solid gain downfield.
Back to throw again. Over the middle into traffic, and that's complete. And they do spike it in time with just 1 second remaining. So the field goal unit is on the field as this is a big spot right here. And now we'll get a timeout here. They're able to stop it with 1 second to go in this game. So look at this. Here's the field goal unit coming out. And he is going to need to bomb this one. With 1 second to go, this to send us to overtime. And he missed it. He missed it right. It's no good. And that's going to cost him the football game.
Charles, we were treated to an excellent game today, capped off by that second half comeback. This was a joy to watch.
Entertaining for us, not so much to the team who led at halftime and now is leaving here, knowing that they let a win slip through their fingers. Tough one for them to carry home.
So for the Ravens, the win moves them up to 5-2 now on the year. And now they'll get the weekend off as they get a little extra time to prepare to face the Arizona